Now that the combo box works, let's go ahead and work on the page. So I'm going to copy the original Know Your Mentor page and call this Know Your Mentor, KYM.html. And then I'm going to edit that in Notepad++. And let's start by adding our search box to the Know Your Mentor page. So here's my test page, and basically I just need to copy these scripts here. So I'm going to go to the bottom of the head. I don't need jQuery because this already loads jQuery, but here's the bottom of the head. I'm going to go ahead and add my stuff here. And I'll get rid of the jQuery one. And I'll go ahead and indent mine to match theirs. And put a comment in. I'll call this the Find Your Mentor tool. And then under this block of text, I'm going to go ahead and add my search box. And I'll go ahead and put the selected in there for now as well. I'm going to change that. And that should be all I need for the combo box. So let's go ahead and go to the browser and load KYM.html. And great. So before we come back and do the selected, what I want to do is basically show the, I'm going to call this a block, show the block for whichever mentor is your mentor under a header that says meet your mentor, or your mentor is, or what did I do in this one? I just said your mentor, so I guess I'll do that this time too. So before I do that though, let's replace all of these mentor blocks with a JavaScript call that fills them all in. So that way the information here is always going to be up to date and match the information in the database. So let's start with one of the blocks. So here's a block. It starts at this div tag and goes all the way up to this end div. And I want a piece of code that when I pass it a mentor is going to generate this block of HTML. And then I'm going to add that to this Meet Your Mentors section. So let's go and create a div to put all of them in. And I'm going to set the idea of that to meet the mentors. And I think I copied that. So let's go to our mentor tool. And I'm putting this in mentor tool because it doesn't have anything to do with the combo box. So let's go ahead and just paste that in. Good, I did get it. And I'm going to create a function called mentor block. And it's going to take a mentor as a parameter. And I'm just going to put all this HTML in there to start with. And return that. So this is just going to return a block with and carry in it. And then I'm going to change this to use the mentor information. So let's look at what we have here. Let me go ahead and put a breakpoint in mentor tool so I can see the mentors. Put it right there and reload. So mentor sub 0. So I have ID, image, URL, directory, first name, and so on. And then this whole thing here is the image URL. So since this is all double quoted, so I'm going to wrap the whole thing in single quotes. And then get rid of that. And then I'm going to replace this piece of text here with single quotes plus mentor.imageURL plus single quotes. And then here's the mentor's name. First name plus mentor.last name. I guess I'll use single quotes here just to be consistent. And then this is all the same. And then here I'm going to have, actually I'm leaving all this in right up to there, plus mentor.directory plus and then here I'm going to put the name again, so that's this piece of text. Okay. And then this is going to be mentor dot, oh, I have to open it up. So mentor.depth and mentor.campus. So mentor.depth plus space, what was it, comma, plus mentor.campus plus. All right, so that should return a jQuery object, which has a DOM object inside. And then I want to run this over all of the mentors. So first, let's get the meet your mentor block. I think that's what I called it. Meet the mentors. Meet the mentors. And then I'm going to set meet.append. Actually, let's go mentors.forEach function mentor. So for each mentor, I'm going to meet.append mentor block of mentor. And then I'm going to call that after I have the mentors. So right here, I'll go ahead and call generate mentor blocks. And then in your know your mentor, I'm going to get rid of all of these items. Save. And now go ahead and go back to the debugger and unpause it. Continue. So if I hover over here right now in the old one, or if I inspect element, you'll see the alt text is Chris Hughes for and Carey. If I hit reload, get an error. Unexpected identifier. Yeah, so I'm going to have to clean this up a little bit because it's just too complicated. So let me go ahead and reformat this a bit. Okay, and I'm missing a plus sign right there. And now I am, oh, and I'm missing a closing paren to match that. So close the for each, semicolon. Great. And now if I inspect element, the correct alt text is here. And Carey for and Carey. Let me just take a quick look at all of these, make sure they look good. Looks pretty much the same as before. Looks a little crowded here, but I think that's in the original page as well. Let's go to the original page. So here's the real page, the live one right now. Yeah, it's kind of crowded there. I'm going to leave it the way it is. And then we can also go ahead and fix this department block. So it doesn't show the departments anywhere. And let's go ahead and look at the departments. So here's, make that a little bigger. So here's where the departments are being fetched. I'm going to go ahead and put a breakpoint there, hit reload. And then in the console, departments sub-0. So basically I just have the department and the mentor ID. And then given the mentor ID, that gives me the actual mentor. But I just want the last name there for the table. So it'll say department, mentor. Department will be Adult Basic Education, ABE. Mentor will be Sanders. So let me go ahead and do that. So let's copy one of these blocks. Now I need, basically I need the table, the head, the table row, table header, and then end table head, table body. So this is all a preamble. Just paste it in here for now. And then I need to repeat this row here for each mentor, for each department. And then to close off the thing at the end, after the last row, I just need table body and then table. And then I'm going to get rid of all the rest of this table stuff here. And put another div here. So that's the department table. Start down here, actually. No, start here. So here's a function, generate department table. And so this will go ahead and create table with the table body. So let's actually do it this way. So table is a new table. T-head, TR, TH. Scope is column. So use double quotes there as well. So single quotes on the outside, double quotes on the inside. Scope is column. Department. Scope is column. Mentor. And that's a row. And then departments dot for each function department. Let's set row equal to table row, table cell, plus, and let's do it this way. So first I need the mentor ID. And then if ID not equals 0, so 0 is no mentor's been assigned, then mentor ID's sub ID. So that's the last name of the mentor. But I was actually supposed to do the department first, so that's department dot pet. And that cell start the next cell. And then there's the mentor name, and close off the cell, close off the row. So there's a row, and then table.append row. Could probably save a little code here, but close enough. So here I'm just going to say dash dash, or single dash. And then I don't actually need to close off the table because jQuery is going to do that for me. If I open a tag, it automatically will close it for me. So I can just get rid of the rest of that. And then I want to do that after I have the departments. So generate department table. And let's try that. Okay. Let's go ahead and put a breakpoint. Oh, I forgot to add my table to the department table div. So here I have the whole table. Add the table to my document. And there it is. Okay, so that's the departments and the mentors. The only other thing I want is when somebody is selected, like CIS, instead of just saying selected CIS, I want to have a Your Mentor block. So that's going to be right below here. I'm going to have a div called Your Mentor. And I'm going to put the H3 in there as well. So if I get a result coming back, I'll put the H3 in there. Oh, did I get rid of the results text? Let me get rid of the results. So I don't need this anymore. So first, I want to go through all the departments and find the departments that contain item as a substring. And that's going to look just like just like it did in the search function over here. So here's my search function. And basically, when I went through this list, I want to do something really similar. So departments dot for each and then if department.depth.to lower case sub dot index of item to lower case. So if the lowercase search term is inside of the lowercase department name, then that department matches. And if the department matches, I want to get the mentor ID for the department and add it to the list of mentors. So var mentor list is an empty array, and then I want to push this if it isn't already in there. So if department.mentor ID mentor list.index of that is equal -1, that means that the mentor ID is not already in the mentor list. And so I'm going to add it. Like so. So when I get out of here, I'm going to have all of the mentors for all of the departments that match the search string in this list. And then what I want to do is basically the same thing as this generate mentors block, except I want to append it to my your mentor block. So there's going to be 3 cases if mentor list dot count is, dot length is equal 0. That means that there are no mentors for that department. Else, if mentor list dot length is equal 1, then it's going to be your mentor. Else, it's greater than 1, so it's going to be your mentors. So now we need some text if there was no mentor. And let me go ahead and set your mentor dot HTML is h3 no mentor assigned. And there is currently no mentor assigned to that department. Please contact href mail to at pcc.edu, Greg Kaminsky, for more information about the distance learning faculty mentor program at PCC. So that's that case. If we have one of them, we'll set the text to your mentor, singular, and then append mentor block of mentor IDs sub. Oh, I have to do one other thing if there's 0 there. Hold on. So mentor IDs sub mentor list sub 0. There's only one of them. We add one mentor block, and we're done. So here, before we add this, we also want to make sure that we're not adding the no mentor ID. So department.mentor ID not equal 0, and it's not in the list. So that way we won't add unknown mentors. And then this one, your mentors, and then mentor list for each. So for each mentor ID in the mentor list, we're going to append the block for the mentor. So let's go ahead and try that, see where we are. Go ahead and hit reload. Everything still looks good. So computer, we got an error. Mentorlist.append is not a function. So let's try that again. So mentor list is an array length 0. It's probably push. Yeah, it should be mentor list.push. It's jQuery append, but array push. Reload. Okay, so not quite, but getting there. So I should have 4 departments. Mentor list has 11 items in it, so that doesn't look good. 10, 5. I basically got everything, everybody, I think. So let's look at the logic there. If department.mentorID is not equals 0, and mentorlist.index of, oh, so that's unique. Department.dep.2lowercase.index of, oh, I have to compare this to -1. So if that's greater than -1, that means that this text was found in this text. So continue. So now I should only get 4 coming back. Okay, so I have the 3 coming back. And I want to break right after here. So $, append clear left or clear right? I may have to try this the other way too. Good. Okay, so that worked. Now, I've typed this more times than I should have, so save a couple of cycles. Okay, and then instead of passing in mentor ID, I should be passing in mentor ID of mentor IDs of mentor ID. So mentor ID is the mentor ID, and then this is the hash table. So CAS, CIS, and CS. So those are 3 mentors. Let's type ESOL. 1 mentor, your mentor. And then there's no mentors with an X. Currently no mentor assigned to that department. And the URL looks good. So let's just make sure that scrolling works here. Looks good.